Hello everyone, it's Annie here. This week I come back with you with another videos and in the series of sharing about the underwriting techniques, tips and tricks. Today I will go through with you the offering memorandum. So this is the one of the piece document that is very important for the underwriting, and normally you will get this document from the brokers who prepare for the deal. So before we get into that, I would like to introduce myself. If you are new to my channel, my name is Annie. I'm the one underwriter, and I can make the number tell the story so that the investor can make confident decisions in making an investment. If you are new to my channel, remember to click on the subscribe button and the little bells as well, so that every time that I got new video release, you will receive the notifications and be able to watch my videos. So let's get into the documents that I'm talking about, okay? I'm going to share my screen here so that you can see. Okay, so this is like one of the deal that I used to look at recently, and this is the offering memorandum, or it's called shortly as OM. So basically, like when you get the deal from the brokers, when you subscribe into their mailing list from the brokerage website, you will receive the deal flow go into your email. And this piece of documents is normally prepared by the brokers, as I said earlier, and it contains lots of informative informations that help you to understand more about not only the properties, but also about the market that you're investing. So let's go through this. So the first page, the overall photo, like the nicest, the overall, how it looks like, the signage and the address, and also like the name of the brokerage company who's prepared for this offering memorandum. So in this, some information like what I do normally is like I will look at the big picture first, go through the investment highlight. What is the current owner has done on these properties, or what is the highlight about maybe the market, maybe about the property itself, that the brokers will bring it up. For example, in this case, let me see about the properties, where it's located, what is the characteristic, what have been done, what is the gonna be the opportunity for the new investor, new buyer who take over the properties. Also some summary about the properties, like when it was, what was the years of constructions, how many units, what is the average size of the properties, the current in place rent, and also some other information like the electricity, the boiler, the HVAC. So like, are they like paying by the tenants? Are they paying by the properties itself or not? So these are the things that you look at. Here you can see general, overall, and then the constructions, mechanical here could be like constructions, could be like what is the foundation, is there any issue with it, the exterior, how it looks like, it's wooden or it's brick, or the house, the roof, when was the last time that is the roof was changed, because you know that this is like one of the big ticket item. So for the properties that the current owner already done the changing the roof, so that means like you don't need to project the capex for these renovations, for this for purchasing changing the roof, right? That's a big ticket item, so you can reduce that. That's one of the good thing. Look at the utilities, is there any like RAP system implemented or not? Are they having the individual meter or not? And if, let's say, if they already implement the RAP system, then how much is the current percentage that they reimburse back to the tenants? And is there any opportunity that for you to come in and increase this ratio or not? You know, and it's come to the depends on the locations and the properties, the rules, the regulation in that area as well, if it's allowed to increase or not. So you need to know about very well about the location that you investing. Some other information about like the parking. For example, like you need to know, you need to look at how many parking slot that is available over here. Is there any opportunity for you to come in to maybe implement the cover parking lot or not, or like designate parking lot. This is like some other kinds of income stream that you can think of when you acquire the properties. Also, the tax informations you want to know, it depends on the state that you're investing. In some state, the tax will not reassess for like maybe after 5 years. But then like in some state that the tax will be reassessed immediately as soon as you acquire the properties. So again, you need to know about the tax rule, check with the tax assessor office over there to know exactly about the tax rate and when it's be reassessed. Because this piece of information is either like can make the deal or kill the deal. Some other information also very good to decide is the school districts, you know, like because I'm also family woman, right? And one of the things that I look at is where's the good school for my kids if I decide to move there, right? So it's the same. Think about like your tenants as well. Like they have kids, they have family, and they also want to send their kids into the good school district in the area. So if um, your your apartment building is located right in the good school districts, it's also one of the advantage, the plus point for you to look at. Also, you look at the other leasing fee, see how this property is implementing, and is there any opportunity for you to come in and improve it or not. One of the last thing that about the property detail is like the staff. Depends on the size of your properties. If it's like a couple hundred units, maybe you need the staff that you need to be on site or full time or part time will require more comparing to the smaller size of the apartment, right? So by looking at the number of the staff that you're having right now, and based on the total of units that is having, so you can see that okay, if this is too many staff members on or so less staff member, so you can decide which business plan, which opportunity that you want to implement on these properties. Amenities. Amenities here like would be something like how the interior of the units, how it looks like, the exterior, and also like maybe some other amenities that the properties has. For example, like swimming pool, playground, barbecue places, dog walking place, you know. So depends. You can look at the properties that you're looking at and also compare it with the other properties in the surrounding area to see that the amenities that you're having with the amenities that they having, how it's different, like you have more or you have less. And let's say like your properties, the amenities is the same with the other areas, but then the rent that you're charging over here is lower than what they're charging in their properties, then it could be something that opportunity for you to increase the rent, right? But again, in the other way, it can be like if the if your properties has no amenities at all, but your rent is charging way much higher than the other properties around. So you can consider that is there any other opportunity left for me to increase the rent or not. Some demographic and income profiles in some OM it will touch on, but then some other OM it depends on the brokerage that who prepare for the OM. Some information will be more or less depends, but overall it would be like I said, right? Overall the big pictures about the properties and also about the market where the property is located. So in this case, you have the map over here. It show that yes, this is the property that is located here, and what the surroundings area looks like, and what is the economic drivers that affecting that contribute to these properties to make it good investment. So when you look at the properties, right, you need to see not only the property itself, but also the locations. I keep emphasizing that location is very important because it doesn't matter that how well you manage the properties, but if it's in the bad locations, when there's this low populations, when there's not much employment drivers that contribute, not many jobs that coming in. So how can the tenant here that like able to pay for the rent and support the rent? And it's very hard for you to increase the rent. Doesn't matter that how well you increase the like how well you renovate the properties to make it nicer. And also the brokers will normally like to share how the properties looks like from the outside, the exterior to the inside, the interior. See the kitchens and the bathroom. Some unit like some properties they would have some units that are renovated, and you can see that how it looks like, like what type of material that they're using, what type of appliance that they having. Is it like white or black or aluminum, stainless steel, you know? So based on the photo here, you can have some roughly have some ballpark numbers, how much the renovation, how much the capex you gotta spend on each unit to renovate to this level. One of the key information that you can get from the properties is the unit mix. The unit mix here is show like I said to you like earlier, right? It show the type of the properties, like how many one bedroom, one bathroom, two bedroom, one bathroom, something like that, And in each type of them, how many of them already got renovated and at what level? Is it like premium or just like some medium tiers only? So look at that and see, like after it's renovated, how much rent that they can achieve. And it's good to know that to bring the one unit from the classic level to a premium level, then how much that they spend on the renovations, and see that with this much, how much rent that you can increase and how is the return on investment. Here's the like I used to mention earlier today is the rent comparables, and you look at the map here. This is your subjecting properties, and it show here the other properties around that when you look at the rent comps, you want to compare apple with apples. You don't want to compare apple with bananas, right? So what I mean by that is you want to compare your properties with some other properties that close by, within from 1 to 3 miles. The closer the possible. Also, if your properties is, for example, 100 units, you want to compare it with something that's similar to 100 units, not like this is 100 unit and you compare with another one at 500 unit, right? It's so big, and of course the amenities and other things would be different as well. And about also the year of contractions as well. Year contraction here is like let's say if your property is built in the 1970s, you want to compare it like maybe just 3 to 5 years that is closest, more or less, to the one that you're looking at. You don't want to compare is the 1970s with the 2000 years of contraction. It's too much different. So one of the things that I like to look at is this piece of information. So this is the underwriting that the brokers perform on these properties, and you can see that the underwriting in the current numbers with the reformer. So by looking at this, you be able to understand, you'll be able to see how the brokers underwrite the deals and look at the deals. And you can compare between the current numbers with his performance and see that how much change that it has. Let's say some number would be maybe higher or lower, then it will be an opportunity for you to reach out to the brokers and try to understand that how he come up with that number, you know. So like I used to mention before in my other videos, that keeping the relationship with the brokers is one of the key in this business, because you know, like at the end, what we're dealing is just between people and people, human interactions, right? And my mistake before was I used to I received the deal, I underwrite the deal, but then like I rarely get back to the brokers. Let's say like especially for the deals that the numbers doesn't work for me. So it doesn't matter that the numbers works or doesn't work, and always make a practice that reach out, like get back to the brokers, tell him that yeah, this is my underwriting, this is my understanding, and like I really like the properties, I want to make the numbers work, but like if possible, like can you help me to have a look at my underwriting and see if I miss out any opportunity or not, and maybe he can give you some advice how to improve your assumptions or any numbers over there that make the deals better. Because like you know, like it depends on each type of investor, depends on you, depends on the other investor as well. Each person have their own ways of underwriting the deal, to look at the deals, and maybe my level of conservative, being conservative, is different with yours. So sometimes the deals doesn't work because the person that who underwrite the deal is too conservative, that is might kill the deal, you know. So understand about all this aspect that contribute to the underwriting, the expenses, like the operating expenses for that type of properties in that particular areas. And again, understand the market, understand the where you investing is very important when you underwrite the deal. Let me stop sharing. And yes, so that is like some basic points that we look at on the offering memorandum. Some other information that is not showing on the this piece of document that you might ask the brokers for more as well. For example, like delinquency report, It's showing that how well the collections, how much bad debt that is that is uncollected yet. And I will make another videos and touch more deeply into that, about the other information that is not normally not mentioned in the OM, and what question that you should ask to the brokers when you look at the OM. So I hope that you have enjoyed my videos today, and with taking lots of notes, and also learned something from it. And if you have any questions, remember, just drop the question below, and I will get back to you with the answer or with another videos. Thank you for this. And yes, my name is Annie. I am the one underwriter. And if you're new to my channels, remember to click on the subscribe button and also the little bells, so that you will be always receiving on notifications every time that I have new videos released. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time.